Hello students, welcome back to NEET World channel. This is Narayani Botany faculty. So today we are going to discuss about the long answer type of questions from the chapter of Unit 2 lesson Morphology of Flowering Plants for the Junior Inter. So for the first year students, you have to focus 3 main units for the long answer type of questions. In the section C will be you are going to get the long answer type of questions. You will get 3 out of 3 you have to write 2. So let's start today's session. Before starting the session, I would like to announce very important news for you. Here this is our Telegram group channel. So if you Telegram group, if by scanning this QR code you can access our Telegram group. So what are the benefits you will going to get in this Telegram group is daily quizzes of biology, chemistry, physics and mathematics you will going to get, and also pre-live class schedules will be dropped in the pre-early in the Telegram channel. So thereby what will happen, so you can attend on time for the our live class schedules. And also whatever the free content, it is very useful for your competitive examinations and also for your IPE examinations will be dropped there. And also one-on-one doubt solving sessions will be there, because as the faculty also will be there. So you can ask any type of questions at the particular faculty, we will clear out all your doubts. If you have any queries, please let me know by this number. So by this number you can ask any of your queries, we will get you sort out of the all your queries. So and we also start from the July 1st onwards, our NEET World our NEET World started the NEET long term courses both for MPC and also BIPC students. For MPC and BIPC students, we are starting from the July 1st onwards. So what you will get by joining this long term courses? For the MPC students, particular JE and MSET, the particular faculty will be discussed too about all the topics. Coming to the here BIPC students, what will the benefits you will get, I will explain. You will get the everyday live class schedules with online recordings are available, and also full syllabus with extra NCRTs, extra concepts we will cover from the all subjects, and well crafted study materials going to provided. We have 8 modules for biology and 6 modules for chemistry and 8 modules for physics. So if you thorough with that, the well crafted materials, you will going to have get very good score in upcoming upcoming NEET examination of the 2026 coming year. And also mainly one-on-one mentor support will be given, and we are using the digital panel for your better learning. So we are creating videos to get the concept to be understand. And for the who want to come through, it is as per your convenience, you can join online also, offline also. If you can join online, we will provide you in our app name called MedWell, we will give you access there. Coming to the offline, you can come to our institute present in Narayana, Hyderabad. So we are providing just rupees for 3,333 per month. So it is so affordable. If you are really passionate about your dream to achieve CU as a doctor or engineer, it is the best platform for you. So don't forget to enroll today to get your success to be achieved, right? So this is our website. If you have any details required for our website for our NEET World Institute, you can go through that. If you have any queries, you can call by this number. So this is about the July 1st onwards starting the our long term courses. Don't forget to enroll this. Coming to the today's session, so now today we are going to discussing about the long answer type of questions here from the chapter of Morphology of Flowering Plants. There are 3 main units we have to focus, 3 main lessons we have to focus for the 8 marks question. Let's see what were the 8 marks question we are going to have to focus. So 1 minute. So these are the previous questions of the AP. So you get from the Morphology of Flowering Plants. The first essay is from that unit. Today we are going to discussing about that topic only. For the AP people, you get 1 question definitely out of root, stem, from the inflorescence you will get definitely 1. So from the chapter of Morphology of Flowering Plants. This is about the AP people. Coming to this is about the TS people. Here they given the stem. This is recently occurred examination of the 2025 March. So this is the stem modification which is given in the recent paper. So what are the units you have to focus is the one of the very important chapter is Morphology of Flowering Plants. So today we are going to discuss about that chapter. So in that chapter you have to mainly focus 3 questions. One is root modification, another one is stem modification, and next question is inflorescence. Out of 3 you will get definitely 1 in your examination for sure in the section C column. So out of 3 you have to write 2. So in that 3 questions is the first question will definitely comes from this chapter of Morphology of Flowering Plants. So we will discuss about these 3 questions today. So by thorough with these 3 questions you will definitely write one of the questions from the section C. Let's start the today's about the morphology of flowering plants. First essay, root modification. So we have to know what is morphology. What is meant by morphology? It is a branch of science that deals with the external structure of plants. Right? Here what is I given the definition for you better understanding. What is the morphology? Morphology is the branch of biology that deals with the external form, structure and relative position of different organs in the plants. Here the plant having many external characters. We can see the naked eyes. See here, this is the root. Root is the external part of the plant. Stem is the external part of the plant, and also leaves are the external part of the plant, and also flower. Right? So morphology means what? The external forms, their structures and their relative positions where they differently they are present. As we can see the root, it is present under the soil, right? It grows towards the geotropism. Right? What is meant by geotropism? Which means the root is growing towards the soil, towards the gravity. It's nothing but geotropism. So the stem is upper part of the plant, right? The stem grows towards the phototropism, towards the light, against the gravity it is growing, right? So here the geotropism. So if you can say the stem is growing against the geotropism and the root is growing against the phototropism, which means the root is growing towards the geotropism under the soil and the stem is growing towards the phototropism, right? So these are the external features of the plant. Coming to here in the we are studying this morphology for the flowering plants. Flowering plants are also called as angiosperms. The body is differentiated into root, stem, leaf, flower, and including that reproductive parts also we are going to study in this chapter. First we are going to, as per the 3 questions, one is root, stem and also inflorescence. Out of these three questions you definitely have on in your examination in the section C. In the section C as the first question. Compulsory you will going to have out of 3 you will get 1. If you thorough with these 3 questions you definitely get one of the question as a long answer in your upcoming examination of the 2026 IPE examination. Let's study this. So before that, to know about the root, mainly we have to know the types of roots. Let's see here. So roots are of 3 types. How many types? There are 3 types. One is taproot system, fibrous root system and adventitious root system. So what is meant by taproot? Taproot is nothing but develops from the radicle, which means seed. I will show the when you sow the seeds will erase the after some time they will grow, right? Let's see here. I will show that. Then you will be able to understand. See, imagine this is the seed. So not imagine this is the seed. So here if you see the anatomy means internal structure. If you see the anatomy, here is the presence of radicle. So here see the definition. See the definition here. So the taproot system develops from the radicle, which means this part, the main root is developing. That is nothing but the taproot system. So the taproot system looks like this. It is having the big root, we call it as mother root. So it develops from the radicle, the main root with branches, which mainly seen in the dicot plants. We mainly seen in the dicot plants. Example is mustard. Coming to the fibrous root system. The radicle is replaced by numerous cluster of roots. See the fibrous roots. There is a numerous roots are there. Radicle is replaced by numerous roots from the stem base. From the stem base only there is numerous roots will be erases. Right? So the example for this is monocots, grasses, wheat, rice. These are all the examples of the fibrous root system. So in the taproot is different. It developed directly, the root develops from the seed radicle. Right? So the example is dicot plants like mustard. All dicot plants are come under the mainly they have the taproot system only. Coming to the adventitious roots. What are adventitious root system? Which means roots arise other than the radicle, which means roots arise other than the root, which means they either may arise from the stem, the roots may appear from arise from the stem or the leaves. Other than the root, the roots are arise from the any part of the plant. We call it as adventitious roots. The example is grass, banyan prop roots. These are the examples of the adventitious roots. So there are three types of roots. One is taproot system, fibrous root system and adventitious root system. So these are the three roots these are three roots present in the root system. So roots always grow towards the soil, right? The stem grows towards the light. That is why stem is grows always towards the phototropism and the root is always grow towards the geotropism. So let's see what is the main function of the root. So as we now studying about the root, right? So what is the function of the root? The function of the root is nothing but absorption of water from the soil and also conduction of the whatever the minerals are present in the soil, it will be conduction through the all parts of the plant, right? So the roots are absorbing the water also and also conducting minerals. What else is there any other function is performing the root, right? So let's see. So now we are what is meant by today we are studying about the root modification. What is meant by modification? Changes. The changes are occurring in the root. So why the changes are occurring? We know that the primary function of the root is conduction of water and also absorption of water and transport to the all parts of the plant, right? So why the modification is happening? So what is the requirement for the modification? Let's see here. So here we are discussing about the root modification. So what is meant by why the where the root is present? The underground part of the flowering plant is nothing but the root, right? So there are how many types of roots are there? There are three types of roots are there. Tap roots, fibrous roots and also adventitious roots. The roots which are arise other than the root part, which means either the stem, leaves are called adventitious roots. Here why the modification is happening in the roots? What is the purpose, right? To adapt to the situations. See, the roots in some plants change their shape. They are changing some roots in some special plants change their shape. Why they are changing their shape? We will see that. Okay, changes shape and structure to perform additional functions. They are performing the additional functions. Why they are performing additional functions? So what are the function of the root? They are nothing but the absorption and also conduction. Other than these two functions, the root is changing, which will nothing but we call it as a root modification. Such modification is called root modification. Other than the absorption and conduction, the roots are modifying. We call it as root modification. The roots are changing their shape, structure to perform other than the function of conduction and absorption. Such modification is called as root modification, which means changing. Okay, so let's see, students. So what are the why the modification is happening? See, 1 minute. So why the modification is happening? So what are the types of modifications are there? Why they are changing? See, storage roots. Here the first is storage roots. How many types are there? Storage roots are there. Next one is prop roots, stilt roots, respiratory roots, Wellman roots, parasitic roots, nodular roots, photosynthetic roots. There total 8 roots are there, which means 8 root modifications types are there. Right, let's see from the first one, storage roots onwards. So let's see here the types of root modifications and their function. What storage roots, which means the word itself saying that the roots are stored, storing the food, right? See, roots of some plants store food material. Due to this, the roots become swollen. The best example is carrot. See, here the carrot is storing the food. The starch is storing inside the carrot. It exhibiting the taproot system. Coming to the adventitious roots in the sweet potato. From the base of the stem, the sweet potato roots are arising. So it is also the example of the storage roots. Next, coming to the fibrous roots in asparagus. This is also the mineral nutrients also will be stored in the roots. So these are the numerous roots arises. So these exhibits the adventitious roots. So the function of the storage roots is storage of food materials. So this is the first type of root modification. Let's see the another type of modifications. So this is the storage of roots. From the types of root modification and their functions, the function of the storage root is the storage of food. And what are the good examples are carrot, sweet potato and also asparagus. Coming to the next one, prop roots. What are prop roots? Roots of some trees from heavy branches. See, the banyan tree is the good example. Here see the banyan tree, it is a very big tree, right? It cannot, as by increasing the size of its, over all the years, it cannot support itself. So what will happen? The aerial branches arise from the branches and they stick into the ground. By that, the plant can survive. The plant can withstanding many ways. Let's see here. Roots of some trees arises heavy branches. The roots of some trees arises from the heavy branches. They hang in the air and enter into the soil. They hang from the air and they fixed into the soil and gives the support. Mainly it gives the mechanical support, right? So they give the pillar like support to the heavy branches. For the heavy branches to give the mechanical support, these aerial branches are fixing it and gives the parallel like support. Example is like example like tent. So to fix the tent, what we will do? We'll fix it many ways, right? To it should not be from the great area, it should not be fall, right? Like that only from the great environment, external factors, it should not be affect. The aerial roots which are erased from the branches will fix into the soil and gives the pillar like support to these type of trees. Example is banyan tree. So the main function is support. Let's see the another type of modification, stilt roots. What are stilt roots? So the roots of plants arise from the lower nodes of the stem. So what is node? So here it is the stem. You will see the lines in between the stems, right? So these are nodes. The space between the node to node is internode. See, roots of some plants arise from the lower nodes. See, the roots are not arising from the every node. From the lower part of the node, the roots are arising from the stem and fixes into the soil. This also giving the mechanical support to the plant. The best example is sugarcane and maize. The function is mechanical support. See, the best example is tripod. If you see the tripod, you will see the stick and it will fix like this to withstand right? So in the sugar cane and maize, they will grow like very some much of height to withstand those plants. These still roots are helpful to withstand without getting fall from the for the adverse environment conditions. If the heavy if the heavy wind is came, it will not to fall like that. These still roots it gives the mechanical support. The best example is sugarcane and maize. It also gives the mechanical support. The prop roots arising from the branches, right? So the still roots arise from the nodes of the lower part of the stem. So these are the three types of modifications from the root modification. Let's see the another modification. So this is the fourth modification, respiratory roots. What is respiratory roots? So what is meant by respiration? The breathing is different, respiration is different. Breathing is the physical act, respiration is the internal act, right? The biochemical process occurs in the cell, right? In the presence of oxygen, the energy is producing. So that is what respiration, and in that producing the energy, it send out the carbon dioxide by the physical act we are giving out to the we are exhaling, right? So let's see. So respiratory roots of some plants grow in swampy areas. Why they grow in swampy areas? What are the swampy areas? They are mud, waterlogged regions. They are the waterlogged regions. They grow vertically upwards to the air. As we know that roots are growing towards the soil. As we know that roots are going towards the soil. But these respiratory roots are growing vertically upward from the soil. Why they are, why they are growing toward, upwards of the soil, vertically towards the soil? Why they are not growing, towards the soil? Why they are vertically growing above the soil? Because see, the plant also need aerobic respiration, which means oxygen also need to get the energy. For the respiration, for the respiration to get energy, the aerobic reactions also happen in the plant. So here, in the waterlogged regions, there is no availability of the air should be these roots can taken. That is why the roots grow vertically upwards to the air for the requirement of the oxygen. So their surface openings called here, there will be lenticles will be present. Through that lenticles, they will exchange their gases. They exchange their gases. So stomata also involves in the exchange of gases. Lenticles are different and stomata is different. Stomata is present in the leaves. Lenticles may present in the barks, and also here the nematophores, nematophores roots. So these lenticles are present. It's a parenchyma cell which mainly involves in the exchange of gases, right? So through that they get oxygen for respiration to get energy. So what are the examples of these respiratory roots? Avicennia and Rhizophora. Avicennia and Rhizophora. What is the function of these respiratory roots? Respiration in waterlogged conditions. These are helpful, right? So they help it in the waterlogged plants, in the plants which are grow in the waterlogged regions. These roots are arising for the respiration, right? Coming to the velamen roots, it mainly seen in mangroves. So let's see the velamen roots. See here, what are velamen roots? These roots are found in the branches of other plants. So these plants are grown on other plants, but do not depend for their nutrients. They will not depend for their water, and does not affect the plant. But they will arise from, they will found on the branches of the other plants. So they are called epiphytes. They are called epiphytes. The plants which are found on the other plant branches, we call it as epiphytes. But they do not depend for any food and nutrients for that plant. So they help to absorb moisture from the atmosphere. How they can absorb water from the moisture? From the moisture they will absorb the water. So the best example is Vanda. The best example is Vanda. So what is the function of these velamen roots? Absorption of atmospheric moisture. It is not affecting the host plant. It is not affecting the host plant, right? These roots are mainly found in the other plants, but they are not the parasites, right? So this is about the velamen roots. Coming to the next type of modification, parasitic roots. These are harm the, they are dependent on the host, not harm the plants. They are dependent on the other plants. See, parasitic roots also called as hostorial roots. Why they are called hostorial roots? See, for they found on plants, they found on other plants for their food and also water. They depend on the other plants only. So found on other plants, depend on their other plants for their food and also water. For the food and also water, they depend on other plants. These roots penetrate into the host plant to absorb nutrients. Whatever the roots are present, are there, they will be penetrate into this host plant and absorb their water and also nutrients. There are two types, complete parasites and partial parasites. What are the examples of the complete parasites? The complete parasites example are Cuscata and Rafflesia. So if you are finding difficult to spell these words as your first time from the, as your first time, not a problem. Just make the words cut, study like this, Cuscata, like that you make it easy for you. Whatever the way you make it easy to spell the words, it will be kind of useful for you, right? Rafflesia. Coming to the partial parasites, the example are Viscum and Striga. Viscum and Striga. What is the function of these parasitic roots? Absorb food, water from host plants. Absorb food and water from the host plant. So as they are totally depending on the other plants for the food and nutrients. As you see this velamen roots, as they are depending on other plants completely for the food and water? No, right? But the parasitic roots are completely depending on the food, for their food and water also, right? So these are for the complete parasite, the examples are Cuscata and Rafflesia, and for the partial parasites, the examples are Viscum and Striga. Viscum and Striga. Coming to the next type of modification, nodular roots. So without these plants, we cannot fix the, the plants does not have nitrogen, and we also does not have nitrogen, because in the atmosphere there is 78% of nitrogen is there, but still we cannot use it because we don't have that mechanism to utilize directly nitrogen. But these nodular plants make us to useful. From which families we will see? In the Fabaceae family we will see these nodular roots. The examples of these are groundnut, soya bean, pea plant. These are the examples of these nodular roots. See here, roots having nodules are called nodular roots. Here see, here the small ball like structures are there, no? They are nothing but nodules. These roots having the, nodules. In that nodules, the bacteria named Rhizobium will be present, which helps in the fixation of nitrogen in the plants. So as we know that the nitrogen is required for the DNA, RNA and protein synthesis also, right? So they are commonly found in Fabaceae family. Roots having nodules are called nodular roots, and they are commonly found in the Fabaceae family. Rhizobium bacteria present in the nodules to fix the atmospheric nitrogen. So the bacteria only having the ability to fix the nitrogen. So the best examples are groundnut, soya bean, pea plant. These are the good examples of the nodular roots. What is the function? The function is nitrogen fixation. Coming to the photosynthetic roots. See here, coming to the photosynthetic roots. What are photosynthetic roots? See, some roots perform photosynthesis also because they have chlorophyllus. They don't have any leaves like that. They only act as they are only modified they only prepare their own food because they don't have any green leaves like that. So So these are the some roots become green, they only become green. So wherever the green the color is present, there is a presence of chlorophyllus. What is the function of the chlorophyllus? What is the function of the chlorophyll? It absorbs the sunlight, and helps to make the photosynthesis, the process of photosynthesis. So here in these plants the normal leaves are reduced, there is no leaves are present in these photosynthetic roots. So the roots perform photosynthesis, these roots perform photosynthesis. These roots only acts as a, these roots only prepares its own food material by the process named photosynthesis. What are the examples of this photosynthetic roots? Nothing but ctenophyllum. So if you have difficult this example, just remember like this. So you know T, right? Just make it right ulta, like this you write. T spelling is this, no? So write like this, and you know no spelling, right? So make it I in between, and the phylum. If you feel anything hard to remember this type of examples, make it cut, and whatever the way you can make it to remember like that. So what is the function of these photosynthetic roots? Nothing but the photosynthesis. So these roots are performing photosynthesis also, right? So this is about the root modification from the first year botany students from the chapter of Morphology of Flowering Plants. In this, the Morphology of Flowering Plants, you are going to have 3 essays. In that 3 essays, you definitely get one from your upcoming examination of the IPE examinations, right? So don't forget, it is one of the most important question. So from the previous AP students also got this question from the 2025. So here it is the 2025 recently happened in the March 2025 paper. In that the section C, there you going to have 3 questions. In that 3 questions, the first question will be the first question comes from the chapter of Morphology of Flowering Plants. They given to the 2025 root modification. For the TS people, 1 minute. For TS people, they given the stem. For the TS people, they gave the stem modification. So out of 3, from the Morphology of Flowering Plants, if you definitely have to read the root, stem, and also inflorescence. From these 3 questions, you definitely get one from your upcoming board exams. So here this is the TS paper of the recent 2025. The first question is stem. So now we have completed the root modification. If you have any doubts, please let me know. And also, so next class we are going to discuss about the stem modification. So there are 3 questions which are very important from this chapter of Morphology of Flowering Plants. So you have to write all 3. Then you will get one answer in your hands for your upcoming 2026 IPE examination. So you have to read these 3 questions for sure. You will get definitely one. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. So before I am winding up the class, I would like to announce very important news. This is our Telegram channel, students. By scanning this QR code, you can join in our Telegram group. So what are the benefits you will get means, so you will get daily quizzes of biology, chemistry, physics, and also mathematics, and the pre-live class schedules will be dropped there priorly, so you can join on time. And also what are the free resources, content is there, we will drop there. So there you can access our free content also, and mainly the faculty will be there in the Telegram group. If you have any doubt, you can ask there itself. So we will solve all your doubts. So if you have any queries, please let me know by this number. And also it is available both, we are providing from the July 1st onwards, we are starting the new batch for the long term course for both 11th, 12th and also repeaters. So if you are, it is best to start your preparation from the 11th and 12th onwards. So parallelly along with your IPE, you are covering your NEET and upcoming EAP set competitive examinations also. So we are providing the long term course for both BIPC and also MPC for both 11th, 12th and also repeaters. So along with your IPE also you can take a coaching by us. So what are the benefits you will get? You will get live classes because we have online facility also. As per your convenience, you can join offline and online also. So you will get the live plus recorded classes, and also we will covering all the NCERT syllabus with extra basic concepts also. And also we are providing well crafted study material. We have providing well crafted study material. If you go through that study material, you can definitely get a good rank in your upcoming NEET and EAP set examinations for sure. So biology, it is having the 8 modules, and chemistry it is having the 6 modules, and physics you are going to have the 8 modules. And coming to and also one-on-one mentorship will be provided, and all our digital panels are we are using. So we are creating the videos to get the understand your topic very well. And for both offline it is also there and online it is also there. As per your convenience you can join. For offline you have to come to our NEET World Institute present in Narayani, Hyderabad. So hostel facilities are also there separately for girls and boys. And also for you want to join through online, you can contact with that number, this number. We will give you access in our app name called MedWorld. We are providing this long term course and for the both 11th, 12th and also repeaters just for 3,333 rupees per month. So it just it is most affordable fees. If you are really passionate to achieve your dream, seeing you as a doctor and engineer in a good colleges, you are always welcome to our NEET World Institute. So if you have any queries, please let me know. And this is about today's session. Let's meet in tomorrow's session. Thank you.